It's an issue that we have. It's not an issue with someone else, somewhere else. There's always, someone else, something else, something, nothing, chat can be brutal. There's nothing we can do about it. You can start by not having Nazi mods. How about that? How about we start with getting rid of all the mods that are literal Nazis? Let's start there. All right, let's start there, and then let me know how the chat's doing later on after that. Okay. I have some pictures to show you. Okay, so here's so there's this mod. Okay, she bothered me actually she stopped bothering me for a while. Like, she stopped bothering me personally, which to me I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, she stopped adding me at chats, but she would add me all the time when I first started coming to the stream, to like Twitch. Her name's Hana, right? I'm sure you guys see her around, Hana thing. And like, I was so like, why is this person like, first I just thought it was just a random chatter, like continuously following me now, continuously like adding me and saying like the most racist questions, like one time she was like, would you if you're a black person, so you think you can have guns, would you go kill your neighbor, like randomly, like for no, like I had nothing, I didn't say anything about anything, like she would do things like that, right? And people's chats, like when I was still VIP in Grimlow's stream. And she was nobody. She would go, she would say something to that to me, and I'm just like, can you all do something about this person? And they'd just be like, oh, just chill out. JJ's a friend of the stream, and just continue on, right? Because that's normal, right? Right. So whatever. This like doesn't even matter to me as much. So this is like this is recently, right? This is like a couple days ago. I have more pictures, right? So they keep posting this picture, and they say it's me. This one, it's pretty, isn't it? One, and they're like, what's wrong with my hairline? My hairline's fine, right? So it's like, it's not even, whatever. It's just like the typical kind of racist thing that people say. So they're like, okay, look, this person is YBE, and here's Hana. Why would she post this? Why would she post YBE? Whatever. Okay, so it's just, right? It's just racist being racist, right? And I'm just like, okay. Here's another one. Let's see. Another Terminator. This one's a Terminator. Someone else posted this. I don't know some of these people I don't know. I talked to this guy though. He's okay. I said I wouldn't say his name, so I won't say his name. Okay, whatever. So they say that's YBE as well. Whatever. Like to me, like this is just like kind of normal. Again, like kind of normal stuff that happens, right? The main issue was that she's a mod and like people's chats and stuff. She would come at me and chat on. Again, this is recently, and like now that I stream, I'm like, okay, this is gonna kind of happen, right? Here's the nigger one where they call me nigger. Here, niggers at YBE. They were like just talking about me, whatever. Okay, whatever. Let's go deeper. Let's go a little bit deeper. Okay, it gets worse. So throughout, and this is why I'm like, dude, these people are literally like throughout, and this one's, again, this is just recently. This isn't even, and I'll show you like some of the older ones. So I was like, post picture of Hitler, whatever. So they posted a picture of Hitler. And then after that, now you can say like, okay, this is just it's just memes, they're just memeing. This one, you see it after. This is like right after, like this is like in order, right? So right afterwards, it says like this person is like, yeah, if you actively hate a dead man from the 1900s, you're a weirdo. Okay, so why did I even go into this? Mainly because I was getting bothered by this person. Normally I wouldn't care about Nazis. There's a whole bunch of them. A lot of white people are Nazis, like whatever, right? But this person that continues to get bothering me when I would tell people, like tell the mods, tell different people, and they'd be like, show us proof. And I'm like, it's in the chat. Just pull up the chat. and they like wouldn't do it, or it's these weird, kind of things of why they couldn't do it, this and that. I have a chat, which maybe I'll show you in a bit if I can pull it up, from shared mod of James and Polly People Redacted, who's like Redacted. I mean, she goes back and forth all the time. She's like lied to me several times, but she sent me chats or telling me like, maybe you should just change your name, like trying to get me to create an alt and saying like, I have 4 alts, you should create an alt. Like, why are you trying to get me to create an alt? Just so later on you can tell, you can say, I know they created alts because I said it, and so I'm just like things like that. But she would like send me a message like, yeah, I know, like, Hannah's being kind of racist, but she's going to die soon, so don't worry about it. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's going to die soon. Like, what are you saying? What? What's having anything to do, oh, she has this weird degenerative illness and she's going to die soon. And I'm just like, what do you, I'm like, that's probably not even true, dude. These people make this random stuff. It has nothing to do with me. And I said to her, like, that's even worse if you're literally on your deathbed and the only thing you can do is bully a random black trans person. Like, that's kind of, like, that's what I said back, because that's kind of how I felt about it. And she's like, well, there's nothing I could do about it. Again, there's nothing I can do about it. Even though I'm a mod, there's nothing I could do about it. But we can ban you for talking about it, because don't talk about it. Be quiet. Don't talk about it, right? Okay. So these were like the original ones. And like the reason I looked these up even was because I was telling people about it. People would say, look for evidence. I didn't have any evidence more because I didn't take screenshots of it. Someone tipped me off and they're like, hey, this person is talking about you, like in the server, like you can go look. So I went in, and here's like pictures from back then. Here's this person again, Hannah thing, showing a picture of like Nazi uniforms and talking about how awesome she thinks it is, how cool they are. Where's the I want to show you a couple of these because they're pretty bad. I'm not even like, sometimes I'm like, I can't even show people these. Is this TOS or no? I don't know. I don't think it is as like an educational force. So this other one is like super, super bad. Where is it? Here it is. Trans whites or right whites? We have the KKK one. And these are just the photos. These aren't even like the text, right? Because again, throughout the whole text, like they're going back and forth saying all kinds of just like absolutely insane Nazi shit. Here's this one. Whatever. Okay, so they're pretty. Can I say these people are Nazi adjacent? I mean, what else do you call people who post trans whites or right whites? Because besides calling them, what else do you post pictures of people who people? What else do you say about people who are saying literally Hitler's cool, his uniforms are awesome? Anyways, right? So so that's just like the Nazi stuff. But then also like, I can't even pull these up. There's like, is Hannah? I mean, not Hannah. Is Sarah still? Sarah might have left. And this is like the Sarah thing too. Like they have been picking on Sarah forever. Sarah's this, Sarah's that, Sarah's a bitch, Sarah's this person, that. And then they're like, and like there was like basically like a fight, like a what they call like a smoking gun, where they were talking about literally abusing Sarah, what's a cookie, and saying that they knew they were making stuff up about her and people were going to believe it and they're abusers, blah blah blah. Like it's let's just show you one of them. Let's see, because I have like eight messages about Sarah. They just keep going. Oh, here it is. You see this one? No, let me pull this one up on the screen. Hold on, I'm not looking at the chat right now. I'm just trying to get through some of the pictures so we can get done with this. This is like a back source to it, but like you see at the very top, they're like replying to it, and it's like, yeah, like Hannah and I weaponized discourse, have been abusing Sarah wants a cookie. To be fair, we are. And again, I have over, how many files are in this one? Like 50 different files. of just going back, so they're talking about like the day in and day out, right? Okay. They were also like talking about me. They mentioned me like a couple of times, right? And so I was like, okay, this is here's the evidence, right? So I sent this over to fucking Redacted. Like, here you go. Like, here's the evidence. And she's just like, oh, I don't know what I can do to that. Oh, nothing I can do. Oh, nothing I can do. Oh. So I was like, okay, fine. Like, why can't you just tell her to stop? Oh, I asked her about it, and she said she didn't know what you were talking about. Here's the pictures. What do you mean you know what I'm talking about? Oh, there's nothing I can do. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll ask her to stop myself. So I went on Twitter, and I added her, and I was like, Hannah, leave me alone. I'm not bothering you. Here's the pictures. Leave me alone. That's all I did. That is the one thing I'm guilty of, is asking this fucking bitch to leave me alone. Here's the pictures showing that she's a fucking Nazi. Get over it. Get over it. Get over it. A whole bunch of white people are Nazis. Whatever. Get over it. Okay. It's not like, to me, I'm just not a big deal. Literally, it's just like, leave me alone. Okay. Leave me alone. Go on about your Nazi shelf and just leave me alone. Okay. Like, that's it. Leave me alone. And leave Sarah alone as well. Just stop. How's that bad? What did I do wrong? Ask this bitch to leave me alone. That's it. Right? Okay. That's it. And I also reported the account. Okay? I mean, I reported the chats, like whatever, I reported to Discord because no one else was doing anything. So I'm like, okay, I'll report it to Discord. Discord was like, what the fuck? I was emailing them back and forth. They're like, what the fuck? Where's the moderators in this chat? Da, da, da. I was like, I don't know. I tried to talk to the moderators. They the moderator was sick. Okay, and I told Sick this happened. I was like, oh yeah, by the way, it was me that reported your fucking account. Right, and the Discord server didn't even get banned. It was just one channel. They banned like the general channel, and they just made a new general channel. Whatever. Here's the Discord. Here's the message from Discord. Oh, rock your account. Okay, so I think that's what set the Nazis off, because they were really upset because I blocked their, and now they're paranoid, right? Because they didn't know I was in their server. And so now they're super paranoid because they're, so this happened literally like in December, like, I don't know, February, something. It was a while ago. It was a long time ago. Right. So I'm like, okay, like, you guys should be over it now. Right. But they're not over it. Right. So let me show you something else from today really quick, or there's something else that happened recently, because this, like, they continue to talk about me. They continue to, like, and again, I expect them to, right? I expect the right wingers to do this, right? Because they're right wingers, and I would assume with leftists, I don't have to worry about the right wing Nazis with you all, right? I shouldn't have to worry about it, right? This had nothing to do with any leftist. This was her, and yes, even though she was a mod in some leftist quote unquote channels, like James from the internet, she was not a mod at that time. I expected Sick to be mad at me. I even made a video on my YouTube channel about Sick, about him saying the N-word was okay or whatever. So I expected him to come after me. I told him it was me. I communicated with him. I was like, I did it. I expected him to, whatever, do a stream about me or something. I was like, okay, right? He didn't. Well, I don't know why he didn't. He probably just didn't give a shit. So he, whatever, he's not that great of a guy, but he doesn't, as far as I know, he hasn't come after me, he hasn't done good shit, whatever, so I'm gonna shit about him either, whatever. There's no need for me to talk about him anymore, because he hasn't done anything personally wrong to me. He's a Nazi, but he hasn't done anything personally wrong to me, so whatever, right? Wick, though, has a huge grudge against me, because I called him a cracker. Wick, you're a cracker, get over it, okay? Cracker. Like, I called him a cracker, and he just went insane. Extremely upset, oh my God. And so this is recently, this is him saying, or this other person saying, hey, Wick, one, they were laughing, or they're all geeked about, like, my stream, they're like, oh my gosh, they're streaming now, and some of them are just kind of making fun of Wick. So like, hey, Wick, go tell your favorite racist, me saying I'm an anti-white racist for calling him a cracker after he's doing a stream every single solitary day about black people this, and how he doesn't understand anything. You need to explain to him more and more and more. You don't need to explain anything to this man. He knows very well, which he says here, that, or where is it? He says, Yeah, here it is. Oh yeah, they don't like my stream had like some people. There's not even that many people here now. There was like 60 people in there, whatever. And here's Ginny Burns, another one of my fucking haters, who's upset. Ginny's upset for the same reason. She's like, you know, she'll say all kinds of, oh, YBE, I can't be around them. They blah, 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 blah. Same thing. I asked you just to leave me alone. You're just like, I can't believe black people are telling me to leave me alone. Wick says racism sells. You just got to package it the right way. He knows exactly what he's doing. So stop, you know, giving him the benefit of the doubt. Anyways, so there's a person asked, are you banned there? Are you curious? And that's when he posted that. He's not banned here. There's no one banned here. I don't know what this is a screenshot of, but it's not this chat. It doesn't say this is this chat either. But anyways, he says he is just to make himself seem whatever. And then he says, no, I just need to stop engaging with these racists. Talking about me. Right? Okay. Still, you would assume it's not that big of a deal. Besides now, this is literally fucking poly people's issue. Her issue is that she decided to start talking about black people and black people this, and I care about black people and blah, blah, blah. She's never probably, she does nothing, you know, doesn't talk to any black people in real life. Apparently, because you didn't expect the backlash that you would normally get. There's plenty of leftists in Twitch. Plenty of them. Plenty of leftists who've dealt with these things before and who are just like, JJ, don't worry about it. I understand. Whatever. Don't worry about it. For some reason, Polly decided to get into this shit and never have dealt with this before. So she freaks out when a Nazi tells her to do something. She freaks out and feels like, oh my God, a Nazi told me to do something. I got to do it. Oh my God, a Nazi. Oh my God. I'll prove that to you. I'm just like, okay, like it doesn't matter. I don't know. If you're gonna continuously debate Nazis, they're gonna be Nazis. You're debating Nazis, right? I mean, the issue though is that if you're debating Nazis, you may not be debating them that long because you know they may not, you know, they're not gonna like your beliefs, and especially if you're a trans woman, they're not gonna like you. So they're gonna say a whole bunch of. But she just continuously kept saying on stream that, you know, Wick is this, we're saying that, but behind closed doors still holding this relationship with him so she continued to go on, right? And then here's her fucking roast that she did of me, okay? First of all, this was 4 hours long, okay? Content. I'm an extremely juicy content tree. Between Polly, James, and Lexi, and several other people, they've done like 50, 60 hours of just content about me making up these ridiculous lies, never having any proof. Okay, so here's just the first part. Let's listen to what she claims that I did wrong.
Black economist. They have been going around. I had to ban them. They were a loyal member of the stream. Gave me a lot of money, you know, basically. But
the money thing, it's just like, I didn't give you that much money. 1, 2, stop saying that. I kept telling her to stop fucking saying that, bro. Like, stop saying that. That's exactly what they play off of. She would never listen to me. Always say the things I literally say. Don't say this. I know I'm a black person. I live with white racists my entire life. Don't give them certain fuel. One fuel you don't give them is giving into their fucking anti-white racism. It's pretty simple. Don't give into their anti-white racism. Don't say this. Don't say that. You just do it because she doesn't have the experience. You don't have the experience. Right. You could. There's plenty of white people who do have the experience and who know, okay, not to do so anyway. So she says, okay, whatever.
But ultimately it became too much of a problem.
I became too much of a problem for who?
Didn't have good boundaries, kept getting in the way.
Didn't have boundaries. She always brings that up. Boundaries of what? What? Get in the way of the stream? What are you talking about? Let me show you.
Do their like bidding essentially.
My bidding on what? What are you talking about?
You know, like it's and so I banned them. Since I banned them, I've learned a lot. I've learned that, one, that was the absolute right call. But two, there's been...
Okay. What did I do again?
They were a loyal member of the stream. gave me a lot of money, basically. But ultimately became too much of a problem in the sense that didn't have good boundaries, kept getting in the way of the stream, kept trying to get me to do their bidding essentially, and I just refused to do it. And so I banned them. Since I banned them, I've learned a lot. I've learned that one, that was the absolute right call. But two, there's been some lies being said about me. And I most recently got a fucking manifesto that was passed along. So I'm addressing this for a reason. I'm addressing this because they keep harassing the people that are close to me.
Okay. So she's throwing out a lot of accusations right here. A manifesto? What are you talking about? I know what she's talking about. She doesn't really ever much say. If you look at the chat, who's in the fucking chat? People say not to look at the chat. I'm like, exactly, I'm going to look at the fucking chat so I know who the fucking culprits are. Shakespeare, Redacted, Furious Gem. I can't tell who that other person is. I think Sparkle is okay. I don't know. Sparkle and Unicorn, I don't have any issue with them. But no, it's okay. If anyone has ever get a message from me, and I write long messages, whatever, right? I wrote a long message to Shakespeare explaining the situation, and that's it. I asked Shakespeare not to give it to Polly. That's exactly what they did, was give it to Polly. Okay, let me show you this. Should we keep going?
To get them to pass along messages, and that's unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. What you have to say, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear you to say, I'm going to use your blackness anyways for my own benefit, and I don't care what you have to say, right? I'll show you exactly that's what she means, because she's DM'd me and said that exact thing.
I haven't said shit.
But
I haven't said shit.
Doesn't say anything about it on stream.
Typically the
and
way to deal with
Adodak,
this
another fucking YBE hater.
Is to not pay attention to it, but they're literally never giving up.
I never give up. No, I don't. I never give up against racists.
We're just collecting these manifestos, right? Yeah. So we got a manifesto. It has a lot of accusations about people. One of the things that I learned about young black economists is that they lie quite a lot.
That's my new follow alert. Just that clip right there. One thing I learned about young black economists, they lie quite a lot. Do I now? Let's see who's lying.
I'm sure so I don't know, am I a Nazi? If they love to call me a Nazi. Well, I'm a racist now, so I guess we got that.
Here's this white person doing exactly what she tells you all not to do. Whenever a black person, you need to listen to them. And when white people say they're not racist, well, they just don't know what they're talking about. Literally, she just spent this entire 3 minutes talking about how bad of a person I am, and that when I said you did something racist, you did a racist thing. Oh no, I can't be. I can't be a racist. What she says that I'm dishonest.
They clearly are dishonest.
Okay. Let me show you DMs that I never show anyone, because I was hoping okay, listen, I'm not going to show people these DMs, they're DMs, they're whatever. There's a lot of personal DMs that I hope she never shows people still, and I don't think she would. Okay, there's some DMs I don't think she would ever show anyone. Okay. There's some DMs I would never show anyone either, because why do you guys need to know? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Especially at that time, that's what I was thinking. I was what, leftists don't care, right? Leftists know WIC is a race, so I don't need to show that side, right? I don't need to show, that's why I assumed, but you know what? You know who's been getting at me about this? A whole bunch of leftists. The right, you saw the right one, you saw WIC, you saw them, whatever. They don't, they're going to be. And I told you, I talked to some of those chatters recently, because I don't like to drag chat, but several of those chatters, and I told them, hey, I'm going to talk about you guys on stream. So, and they, whatever, they reply, They replied back. They were, all of them were like, okay, or whatever. Or, some of them were like, oh, I'm sorry, whatever. You're still a human being, whatever. They were fine. The leftists, they don't know. You know why? Because they've blocked me. So, they'll hear about this then. Okay, the quote unquote leftists. All right, let's look at this chat. Here's the chat between Polly and I. This is in December. Okay, that stream is in April. Between December and April, James from the internet went, and I'll show you a clip from James in a second, dude. James from the internet has gone on stream by this point multiple times, just saying the absolute worst things. And I'll show you something from him in a second, right? She's like one of his, she's always in there. When he's in there talking shit, she doesn't say anything. She just, whatever. And people keep telling me there's these, oh, you have to listen. If you don't, the world's going to go on fire if you don't listen to them. And I'm like, you guys are in a cave. I've made so many more friends since I've not talked to these people than I did before. And I think they're still, most of them are still, able to, especially the people who aren't directly, they don't understand that they're literally promoting Nazism. They just do things because Polly told them to do it or whatever. I think they're all still redeemable. I think Polly's still redeemable. I don't think James is. James, he's a serious issue. Okay, here's a chat from Polly, right? This is in December. Look at what she's saying to me. All right, because the first issue started with Stardust, friend of the stream, Stardust, who actually did unban me after this because she was like, this is a little too much. Even Stardust was like, this is a little too much. Okay, Stardust and Wick went to Polly and started crying about why he's mean to us. I was like, I told her at the time, just ignore them, dude. This is a tactic. Just ignore them. She couldn't do it. Okay. So I'm telling her this now. I said, yeah, I've seen this month-long harassment already in December, right? I'm just like, if Richard Spencer's BFF, aka Stardust, wants to call me out by name, then I'm going to message her. Because she was like, ooh, why did you message Stardust? Because you let her on your stream and talk about me for 2 hours and you just sat there. Okay, white racists tend to do when they don't know what to say. Okay, they just sit there and just let me, So I was like, yeah. So I sent her a DM. I was like, Stardust, stop talking about me on your fucking stream. Whatever. Okay. And she was like, I understand that, but it just looks bad with President Sunday and Wick now too. President Sunday, who called you a Negro on stream. President Sunday, who called you the N-word on stream. And Wick, the anti-right racist. It looks bad. This is what she's talking about. So she doesn't say it. She's like, they did something. They're trying to. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What did I do? What did I ask you? I didn't ask her to do anything. Besides just don't do anything. Actually, just don't do anything. Don't take action upon them. When they say, I'm not asking you to stop talking to them even. Just if you're going to continue to talk to Nazis and continue to, talk to Nazis behind closed doors so you can keep going on their stream, you're going to do that. That's up to you. But then don't use me against them. Don't continuously, because she kept talking, you continuously talk about me on stream all the time. Sometimes it was good. A lot of times it was mixed. Was YB doing something bad? We got to check into it. And I'm like, I'm not your content. Right? And if you're going to do that, then don't punish me once you put me in the spotlight. And then, And I'm like, they're protecting themselves by having YouTube channels, meaning they do a whole bunch of Nazi shit, but they have YouTube channels, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't look bad. It only looks bad to them. It doesn't look bad to leftists. It only looks bad to them. A group of racists are upset about what you're calling racist, and it makes them look bad. Good for them, but they know that they're all just playing with you, bitch, to break up the mod team and to get you and to get rid of me, obviously. Because that won't help them. They hate it. This is obvious. This is me saying this in December, that this is going to happen if you do this. Right? This is me saying why? Because I know this is how fucking white racists work. And I'm explaining to this grown ass woman this extremely basic level, preschool level understanding of racism. And that's what I always have to do with people, right? And I have to be nice and be gentle and take forever and ever. So I'm saying this in December, saying that this is going to happen. right? And I said, and that they wanted me to come on their streams. Both Sunday asked me and Wick asked me to come on their streams, and I denied them the content. Right, I said I would be fine now because they got the content, right? But I turned them both down. Now they're upset about it, which is obviously the case, right? And she's like, yeah, but they could use what you said against me. How? Call you an anti-white racist? So you wanted to do this. You wanted to get in the, right? And then I told her, like, at this time, I'm not even your mod anymore. And, she already demodded me, or, and she's like, it doesn't matter if you're not modded. It doesn't matter. They're going to see a link anyways. Let me show you. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So that's it. And afterwards, she goes for 4 hours and just makes up a whole, all this random stuff that I have no idea where she's coming. Half of it I know. Some of it I do know, and I'm like, we should just talk about that, which I've always said. Like, we should talk about this off stream. She never wanted to talk to me about it. She would just always pop off on stream and just say these random, ridiculous things. I'm like, dude, I can tell you, I can show you this, I can show you that. If you force me to show you that I didn't send a box of razor blades to fucking Hana thing, which is one of the first absolutely insane things made up. There's no connection to anything. Like, I have nothing, anyway. This is Zira, who again is one of the only black people who still hangs around there because she's too fucking cowardly. Like, literally, we've had we conversations back and forth about, okay, I don't see this person, whatever. The main thing is just Zira's upset because I was tagging her in a post, whatever. Okay, she says, this is the main thing. Just be careful. I know you're smart and capable. I just worry about the power imbalances of the few and the most terrible people with power. Who the fuck is a terrible person with power? Fucking Obama? Who are you talking about? James from the internet is a terrible person with so much power. He has fucking 100 people on the stream. He's not that powerful, bitch. Like, are you kidding me? He's not that. And again, I've had some issues with right wingers, but not many. It's mostly you all leftists. So you're literally a self-fulfilling prophecy where you're saying, oh no, people are gonna be upset, so I'm upset. Blah, 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 blah. There's no powerful fucking force out there, okay? There's a whole bunch of adults being fucking children. There's no powerful, scary force out there. There's a whole bunch of fucking adults being children and letting people like James pop off, I'll do these random ass shit, and all of you are just, oh, I'm scared, I don't know what's gonna happen if I say something, they may say something against me. Okay, then if you're scared, how about you just shut up? If you're scared, just shut up. Just shut up, because I'm not scared. I'm not scared of any goddamn Nazi. Again, people could throw bombs at me, bitch. People are throwing bombs at me. You think I'm scared of someone, a fat ass dude sitting on his computer somewhere? The most thing he could do, again, is put my information out there, which he did in February, right? I have that video too. Do we have to watch that one again? That one's bad. I'll watch it again a little bit. He not only, like, people are saying, like, some people knew where you went to school before. Yes, my friends, people I cared about. It's completely different when you're going on stream, talking about where someone goes to school, mentioning 3 of their professors by name, which, I don't know how he found out, but people were saying, he just made that up. He just picked. Those are 3 of my actual professors. What are you talking about? Talked about my parents, said details about them that, again, it's not difficult to, he knows my real name for sure, right? So he's gone out, and whatever. It's completely different when you're saying, hey, this is my friend JJ, she goes to this school, be nice. And you're literally gearing up a whole bunch, your entire community to hate someone based off a whole bunch of ridiculous lies and then telling them where they're from, right? So back in February, my school knows about this already. The local cops know about this already. Like, I've already gone through that case. I had to you know, right? I had to get a lawyer for something else that happened. And so like I talked to them about that as well. You know, so if something happens, believe me, you're going to get fucking taken. Like, you know, I'm going to fucking take you to court 100%. If you fucking try anything, I will fucking take you to court 100%. Like, I already have that line. So I'm like, I'm fine on that case, but I had to shore up all of these things, right? So I'm not scared anymore. If you are, let me know. If someone's bothering you, let me know. Fucking let me know. Like, you know, if you're you know, nervous or you know, afraid of something, okay? But then if you're going to be a streamer and claim that you are what did Nabil say? What did Nabil say? He's not brave. He's not a brave person. If you're not a brave person, and if you say that you're not going to say anything, then don't fucking say anything. Then how about you shut your mouth? Okay, if the only time you can get up and say something is when you're defending fucking Nazis, shut your fucking mouth. And if you don't know that, then maybe just shut your mouth. If you don't know what's going on, just shut your mouth. Okay, but here's fucking Nabil, one of you guys' best friends. Okay, I used to like him a lot too, and then one day he just stopped, you know, matching because of Polly, because Polly did this, and you know, all these people who were fucking parasocial, instead of just coming to me and asking me, they were all just freaking out. So here's fucking Nabil in his stream saying, I had to ban young black economists from all socials, including this space and stream. They got banned in another larger streamer streams, and they've been reaching out to everyone. And no, I'm trying to get involved in their problems. It's very alarming and scary behavior. By saying this Nazi is bothering me, leave me alone. I only reach out to people after they've reached out to me or after they ask me what's going on. Yes, Nazi, but like I don't think, again, I think that's pretty, it is normal. It's normal. Okay, Nazi is bothering me. I asked him to leave me alone. That's fine. How's that scary behavior? What are you talking about? Okay, you did this because of what Polly did, because of Polly popping off, and then now you want to say, I don't ever say anything out loud. I don't ever say anything. How about you talk to me directly? Because you never replied to any of my DMs, never replied to a single solitary one of my DMs after this, where I DM a couple times, just like, hey bro, like what's up? What's going on? Can you tell me what's up? What's going on? No, it just goes off and then wants to ignore it and then doesn't want to be involved. You've decided to involve yourself. All right, there's plenty of leftist streamers around here who didn't involve themselves. They just chose not to involve themselves because they didn't know what was going on and they didn't want to ask. Okay, that's fine. If you don't want to ask, you don't know what's going on. If you want to still hang out with me, that's fine. Like I know there's a lot of people who still hang out there, but I know they don't know anything. I know they don't know. So you know, it's fine. You don't know. And if you didn't know, it's still fine if you know, as long as you're not also like punishing me, also writing these long way. Where's your thing about fucking James from the internet or any of these handbooks? If you don't know the story, then why are you involving yourself, bro? All right, and I'm not even going to talk about the mods because there's a lot of mods, okay? But this is what they do in public, and then they run around in private and start telling all of these other, you know, people all of these things and all. And it's all these quote unquote leftists supposedly, right? The right wingers are just, they already know they're out in race and they don't give a shit, right? They post pictures of, you know, a bald woman and, you know, talk about my beautiful hairline, which is fine, you know, whatever, right? Like, I'm not concerned about them. It's these quote-unquote supposed leftists who are too cowardly or not brave enough to say anything besides when they're defending Nazis, and then they got to get up and say something, and then they got to get up and talk, and then they got to go up and then they got to say something. But any other case, they're fucking silent. Then how about you be silent all the fucking time? How about you shut up and let people who are actually trying to stand up say something else? How about you just fucking follow and I'll lead? Okay, since you're not a leader, I'll fucking lead and you could just follow, okay? Or you could just sit down and shut up. Like, it's pretty simple. Don't say anything. If you don't know anything, don't say anything. If you know something, you can say something directly to the person, okay? Other than, and who's chatting, or you see like who's about to type, Lexi. Right? And I showed you, you all know about Lexi, right? And then again, so I get punished for calling someone a cracker, which, you know, and asking someone to leave me alone. That's what I get. You know, I get all of this ridiculous hate from all of these ridiculous leftists, supposedly, who are making up all of the, you know, all of these ridiculous stories. Let's listen to James because he's ridiculous. I mean, James is like, I mean, again, I have hours of James talking about me. I have one video where he talks about me for 2 hours straight. Right? Like, I have a lot of videos. And it's like, why do I record? I started recording you. Honestly, I started recording him the first time, or like, I don't record everything. I only record things when I feel like he's going to talk about me because I can usually tell. I think the very first stream I ever recorded of him was when he doxed me. That's right. Just out of nowhere, right? Because the Hana thing, I expected that sick guy to come after me. I didn't expect James to come after me. I never said anything to him. I was fine with him. I thought it was cool with him. I was just, even though he already at that point had been abusive towards Sarah a lot. He'd been racist towards Sarah, called her a monkey. Said that she had fucked random streamers. She's a married woman with a child. He had been doing this for like at least a couple months. Okay. And then all you people who've been around for longer than me and pretend like you don't know, you do know. He shit on a whole bunch of women over time. Tina fucking too, even though she doesn't like me, he shit on her. Ben, he shit on her. I mean, and there's people in the past, for like 2 or 3 years ago, like, oh yeah, he would do this. He shit on me. Little Donnie Fun, he told people to go find little Donnie where little Donnie Fun lives. He's constantly doing this kind of stuff. So people who pretend like they don't know, like fucking redact it, like get out of here. Get out of here with that bullshit. Like, you don't know what's going on. And then to tell me to make a fake account. Okay, listen to this.
Have I ever mentioned their sex, their gender, their race?
He's talking about me, of course.
No, I've never mentioned anything. I literally even use their correct their self-attached pronoun usage of they, them. Like, what? They're so weird. Because you're a piece of shit.
So he's extremely pretty transphobic. Does Polly give a shit? Has she seen this? I don't know, because she blocked me everywhere. So I don't know. Things don't get to them. Things don't get to her. My self-attached pronouns, they, them, they're so weird. He's a fucking freak. Okay? You can still be friends. You can still, what I would like to do their bidding. What I would like you to do is not punish me, at least when I say that he's a freak. He's a freak. You tell me, okay? He makes up a whole bunch of ridiculous things that have nothing to do with anything and says that these are the other reasons. No evidence.
Because you literally tried
By
to
the way,
take
I'm an
food
idiot.
out of somebody's mouth.
What are you talking about?
Some family's table.
What is he talking about?
Just because you get mommy and daddy checks?
Again, here goes to the money thing. White people are so upset if there's a middle-class black person anywhere in the world, they freak the fuck out. Like, listen, this dude continuously always talks about his life. Should we even go there? Is that too low? Is it too low?
So you think it's funny to toy with other people's ability to pay their bills? It literally.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Hana's not a streamer. Right? Like, he's just making something up. Literally whole cloth making something up. And again, the chat, all of these fucking people in the chat who are all terrible people, by the way. Most of them are banned. So they won't come around here anyways.
Really makes you the most garbage piece of shit person on the face of the planet.
Oh, man. I'm just a piece of shit.
That's why. I don't hate you. I pity you because you're such a piece of shit and nobody wants to be friends with you. Because you're living alone and you're going to die alone.
How does he know I live alone? Kind of creepy. How does he know I live alone? This was this before I started streaming? So, yeah, this was before I started streaming. So you may say, like, okay, if he watches your stream, maybe he doesn't ever see anyone walk around. Maybe. But I've ever told you I lived alone? I mean, how does he know that? He's this fucking stalker.
And in the interim time, you are going to be lonely for every fucking hour of every fucking day because you're the piece of shit who chases people away.
I mean, I have a dog.
By using your money as a cudgel or a bludgeon instead of trying to relate to people.
I don't have any money. Like, literally, I just pay my electric bill's late. One of my credit cards is late. Like, I have so much late shit. Like, what are you talking about? I had a scholarship at the beginning of the year, which I did have like a little bit more cash, which I gave to people who I thought were promoting Black people. That's my only motivation. Okay, to promote Black people. Okay, so the end result of this is less Black people and less trans people getting any money. Okay, so you wonder why I don't donate as much. It's like, I don't know, you all are fucking weird about it. I give you, and that's what happened to fucking 2023. Like 2023, not more like whatever. Like they're just an okay like I just. First, that was another weird rumor that these people made up that I was the same chatter as them. Like, why do we all think, well, they donate a lot? What? So I'm like, 2023, be careful. You donating so much, like, donating 5 subs, the people are going to freak out and start calling you, YBE because of that. That's literally what they did. Like, they're like literally not like, sometimes like, is there like are they just dumb? Or is it like, more than that? I don't know. Do we need to keep watching this?
Because you can barely grasp humanity, thus why you are fucking off in a room by yourself, totally not cranking it to me 6 hours a day while you watch my fucking videos from behind a block.
So I have like 4 computers in this house. Again, it's not because I'm rich, I swear. It's because like my sister gave me one or whatever. So with the times that I do record him, he's actually like way over there. Like I don't even watch. But this is why I record. This is why. So all you freaks can stop saying, I don't know, I didn't see anything. He looks like he's a ground-up stand-up guy to me. What are you talking about? I've literally, again, hours and 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 hours. You should at least pay me. If you're gonna make content about me, at least pay me, okay? Like I would even tell, like, well, listen, you at least talk about me. Talk to me off stream. Tell me like what's up off stream at least. Like, give me something. Like, if you want to pretend to fight, so you can get some money, we can do that. I told several people that I'm fucking serious. If you want to get into a fight with YBE, like, just let me know. We can round something up. Like, it doesn't even have to, whatever. Like, there's no communication. He's never communicated with me at all. Never communicated with me at all. But did this for 6 months. This was what, May 27th. The first VOD I have from him is February 19th when he doxed me. From February 19th all the way until like maybe I think the last I don't maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. You'll have to let me know if he mentions me, if he's mentioned me recently. I haven't like paid as much attention for it. I think the last one was like a couple weeks ago when he was talking about Joe Lewis and me or something like that, Carpe and me or whatever, and those are just people who just at one point in time just said like, oh yeah, Jane shouldn't be doing this. Just like said something once and he just will hold it, Now I have 3 stalkers, Sarah, YBE, and Carpe Bax. They're all stalking me all together. They're all stalking me. That's right. Why would you want to stalk a fat old white man? Listen, when I was still a chatter to me, he would say weird things to me like, oh, you look like your body is like, you look like you barely have that much fat on your body. I'm like, how do you know that? As a chatter, when I was a chatter, he would say shit like that to me. And he told me that, oh yeah, I watched that one time where you were on the stream with like with Goat and Grimlow, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, that was in November, and that's like the only thing you remember. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, you look pretty hot, like So he said that to me when we were still like on friendly terms. I just thought it was kind of weird, but like, okay, whatever, I don't give a fuck about you, dude. Like, I'm definitely not cranking it to you. You actually disgust me.
So. Have at it. Oh, I don't know why he's so mad at me. He never articulates.
Yeah, I don't know what. Again, giving him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know why you're so mad. I to my heart don't want to believe that you're just defending a Nazi. I don't want to believe that. There must be something else. There must be something else, right? Like, will you tell me what it is? Is there something else? So, what did he just say over this past minute? Nothing, basically. You're trying to take food out of someone's mouth. Who? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So he says again, just like Polly, nothing. Don't actually give any kind of, statement about what is supposedly that I did that was so terrible to them. Like, I never talked to any of you all. Both of you, both Polly and James, came to me and was like, this person is saying that you called them a cracker. Oh my God. Yeah, they're a cracker. Get over it. So are you. Anyone else want me to call him a crack? Please stand up. I will happily call you a cracker. That's the worst thing that you experience your entire life.
Was that articulate enough for you?
And now he's being racist again.
Do you need me to articulate more? Go ahead, record the whole thing. I don't care. You're an NPC. You are irrelevant. You do not matter. Nobody likes you. Nobody cares about.
This is my new gift sub alert. Just like this bit. I haven't uploaded them yet, but it's hilarious, dude. If people need to hear this, they need to hear it and just be like, what is that? So I can tell them. Because again, enough people don't know. You know why? Because I don't have a platform. Okay, there's no one here. No one cares. No one gives a shit, right? I'm not Ole. Right, I'm not that the black singer who whatever. I'm no one. And especially like before I started streaming, like I would post. I posted this video, by the way, on Twitter like 2 or 3 times, and like one, a couple of people watched it. Like not that many people mainly who knew about it already, right? And a few like new chatters who were like, oh, that's weird, But mostly no one, because most of you know about it and just want me to be quiet, right? All they have to do is apologize, and I'll be done. Just say sorry. Polly, you can say sorry today. We'll never talk about you again. That's all you have to do. Say sorry for being a fucking racist. Otherwise, you're just a racist to me. Why shouldn't I talk about it? If you want to be a racist, you're going to get talked about. It's not that big of a deal. It's the least thing you can experience. Like, just say sorry and be over. James, I don't know. I'll never forgive him. But everyone else, fucking Nabil, fucking all these other people, even Lexi. I mean, whatever. Lexi's dumb. Whatever, like they don't matter, it doesn't matter to me that much. Because again, most people are like this. I expect this from most people. It's normal to me. It's normal to you as well. What's not normal is me not shutting up about it, right? Even black people have told me that. So, you got to be quiet about it or otherwise you're not going to survive in this place. What do you mean survive in this place? How many of these bitches are paying me? Not a single solitary one. Like, you got to be kidding me. Surviving, bitch. Give me a job for my PhD econ, and then maybe I'll think about you as someone who has any impact on my life at all. You do absolutely nothing to me. You do absolutely nothing besides what they're doing, which is just spreading a whole bunch of ridiculous lies that a whole bunch of you people are believing because you're ridiculous. Like, get over it. Like, you're just like, absolutely ridiculous. They're scary. They're this, they're that. Oh, this is not a anti-black show. It's other things. There's other black people we care about, but they don't say anything, so that's cool. This guy, like, again, what have I done? Can anyone, again, say anything that I've actually done that you have actual proof for besides just these idiots talking about it? And it's probably alive now. You heard her tonight popping off about how much she gives a shit about black people and how much hard it must be to be a black trans person, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, so buddy, come give me, I'll grip on you more, blah, 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 blah. How about you go in there and ask her about me and watch yourself get banned right away because she refuses to address the issue. All you have to do is say sorry. You don't have to stop hanging out with this idiot. Go ahead, keep hanging out with this idiot. Whatever. That's bad on you. Whatever. You're not learning anything because he's bad he's wrong about every single thought, everything he ever says about econ. He has no idea what he's talking about. But yeah, go ahead, keep listening. Like, whatever. That's fine, right? I'm like chatters. Go ahead. Like, your chatters are free, and that's why I'm not even looking at. You're free. You're free. Say whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Hang out with everyone you want. Whatever. Don't punish me. For just saying that for playing this. Again, I'm not even in the chat. Listen, if I ever talk about any chatter, you are free to chat in the chat. Okay, the couple of chatters that again I did show who were just chatters, I talked to them before I did the stream. I did, even though they were right where I did. I'm probably going to talk about you on stream, so I'm going to call you a racist, okay? But I'm not going to show your name. So those names that were just dots, like, I'm not going to, because they're just chatters, whatever.
About you, everybody is going to be totally unaware when you fucking pass away and you fucking shed off your moral coil.
Damn, is that a death threat? James from the internet sending me death threats. They've made up so many lies about me. I was like, I've been telling you the truth. I need to make up a lie is what I need to do. Right? I need to say that, like, James showed up at my house or something for you people to give a shit. Because otherwise, may I'll make up some lie. I'll say that, Polly sent me something in the mail and it was a bomb that blew up right there, And then, half these dumbasses will believe it because they believe it.
You go to fucking heaven or hell or whatever fucking post-life thing.
At least he doesn't know I'm an atheist.
You think relates to you. Nobody cares about you. You don't matter. Okay? Good Lord.
Okay, so there's nothing we could do about this guy. For all you leftists that are proving him right by showing that you don't give a shit about me. Okay, you're the issue. You're my main issue. Right? Like, I'm never going to change this guy. And he's probably years from now going to be going off about how Sarah and YBE are fucking stalking him, right? And it'd be like, who's Sarah? Who are these people? Sometimes that happens in the chat. It's hilarious. Like, new people like, what? Who are these people? What are you talking about? They have no idea what he's talking about. But here he goes again saying Sarah YBE to an audience of like 200 people while we were both just chatters, like just trying to deal with our regular lives. And not have this old ass freak saying sexually perverted things about us on stream. Did he call me a prostitute yet, or did we get to that part? Again, if this is your friend, just be like, hey, stop. And if you're afraid of saying that, then you have a really weird relationship with your friend. You have a really, really, really weird. If you can't say to Polly, hey, especially while that thing was happening, none of you all said stop. You all have a weird parasocial fucking relationship you need to get out. I'm not the parasocial one because I don't listen, right? You all are. Shakespeare, fucking Zira, fucking Dragon Princess, all you people are fucking parasocials, like who are so dedicated to this one person that like you run around and do all these things, get into trouble with a whole bunch of other people, get a whole bunch of people to think your chat is toxic and stuff because of things like this, right? Because now these chatters go out and say unhinged things, like Lexi, who was a chatter, saying that I did DDoS attack on her, right? Like I showed you that video, which I will show you again in a second. You guys see that one? Let me show you that one for the people who haven't seen that one. I just want to get to the part where you calls me a prostitute because it's hilarious.
Show that I'm a liar. I'll be more than happy to post the 8-page email that you sent to somebody's work to get them fired.
What are you talking about? Post it, because I don't even know what you're talking about. Most likely post it so I can show you it's fake. So he says this, right? Just like how Hannah's like, she sent me a box in the mail. Or how Lexi's like, they did a DDoS attack on me. Zero proof, zero evidence, completely made up, has no inkling of truth in it. It's a random ass lie. Just like he claims, cops were at my house from Ginny Burns going on Polystream last night, but they were been here for 2 days. That's what he said, right? Cops have been here for 2 days about something that happened last night. And all of you people were like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. Oh, James, I hope you feel bad. Oh, like, what are you talking about? He's lying. I think I said something like that. And I'm like, what? Hold on a second. They were there for 2 days and something that happened just last night. Maybe that's the first time he decided, oh no, YB's an issue. They recognize that I'm a fucking liar and don't make any goddamn sense. And it doesn't make any sense. Use math. 2 is larger than 1. So if your cops at your house for 2 nights about something that happened last night, it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter if you believe this person. It doesn't matter how much you like it. It doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. It's not logical. Be logical. Like, think when people are saying shit, because it doesn't make any sense. There's so many people in there. Oh my God, F-bombs is trying to kill you. F-bombs is trying to kill you. F-bombs, this Jewish guy is trying to kill you. Oh no. F-bombs trying to kill him? What are you talking about? This old Jewish dude who's retired and hangs out all day smoking weed. What are you talking about? Like, that was one of the first times I realized this guy was an absolutely insane moron to say that this one of the only Jewish streamers who talks about politics is trying to kill him. Oh yeah, no way, he's not anti-Semitic.
I'll be more than happy to post all the messages that you send to people with the clips that you make of my stream saying, somebody sent this to me and I'm shocked. Go ahead. You really want the proof? You want to unlock? You want to?
He's probably watching right now, and or will definitely watch this because he watches all of my VODs. So here you are.
Unlift all the blocks and have a little talk, toots, huh? How about I put up all of mine against all of yours? We see who wins. How about that? You want to do that? I'll tell you what. Why don't you get to one of the people who act like they're your friend just because you give them money to come let me know what your answer is, okay? And then we'll set up a date and a time. I will bring all of mine. You bring all of yours. I will get this over with, okay? Does that make you feel better? We can do that instead, okay? You can bring all your proof videos. I'll bring all my proof videos. I'll unblock.
Again, what is he talking about? February 19th, he randomly started talking about me on stream. So the only question I have is, why did you do that? I don't have any questions about the months afterwards where you're making all these videos, making up all this random stuff, getting a whole bunch of random people to start saying all these random things about me. And now you're going to bring up these random, your weird freaking stands like Professor Q or whoever else of these fucking weird freaks who are going to also say something like Jenny Burns. And now they're going to claim whatever. I don't care about any of that. That's all drama, right? I don't care. You started attacking me randomly. Give me the reason why you did that. Right? I mean, the message from Polly showed exactly the reason why. Because they're afraid. Because of Wick. Because Wick is afraid of anti-white racism. That's the reason. That's what she put me. That's what she sent in a DM to me, right?
You for an hour and we'll talk on your stream, not mine, because I'm not going to let you fucking chip clip me. And then I'm just going to fucking bury you in 10 pounds of your own stupid fucking crap that you produce. Also, I strongly suggest you go rewatch the 3-hour Zonia VOD before you answer this question, you fucking loser.
Zonia is pretty bad on a lot of things. She's one of the only people who just talks to me. When I DM her, she DMs me back. We don't agree on almost anything. She treats me like a human. I DM her, she DMs me back. Says what she needs to say, I say what I need to say. Simple as that. Like, you don't have to be a leftist for me to call you not racist, or at least not being racist to me. All you have to do is leave me alone. You can be a racist. Just leave me and be a little respectful, okay? Like, as simple as that. I have a question, you have a question for me, you DM me, I DM you back, as simple as that. So Zonia was like, hey, Polly did this stream, no one else is talking about it, because all you leftists, of course, wouldn't touch it. 10-foot pole. Wouldn't touch this white girl saying, oh yeah, this black trans chatter is wrong. I'm not being racist. Zonia was the only one to do it, so, she was like, do you want to talk about it? And so I was like, okay. It was at night, I didn't know what was going to happen. So I just said, okay. It's as simple as that. And like the DMs and stuff that I didn't show her on stream, I sent her them later. And she's like, okay, yeah, that makes, whatever. Okay. And even like that thing with having Stardust, like after that happened, Stardust was like, okay, whatever. I'm banning you. It's fine. Like it's not serious. We're done. Right. They move on. They don't talk about me anymore. Simple as that. There's no issue. The only issue is with these quote-unquote leftists who are freaking out about right-wingers who aren't actually doing anything. It's them doing things. Leftists running around saying I'm a bad person and not...
Okay, cool. Now we can spend the next 6 hours dealing with people who actually count. What's up, everybody? I don't understand. Yo, you know what's really weird? Stalking like an old, fat 50-year-old white guy.
Start talking about something else for a little bit and then went back.
You're not even good at stalking.
Because of, another... Who said something?
Yo,
in the chat yet? Another...
What are you doing?
YBE hater, zero hour hero, whatever. He hates me. I don't even know why. I don't know him.
Oh my god.
He's like constantly in the chat saying shit about me.
Your pop. Like, what are you doing?
Cicero Fields, another person that hates me.
People with too much money, also. I don't...
So yeah, when you see these chatters come at me in chats in weird ways, you know why. Like Cicero Fields always comes at me in weird ways in chats. Like, stop saying this, stop saying that. I'm like, Cicero, leave me alone. You can't demand what I do. Like, you're just a weird James. Like, you don't have to be weird outside of James' chat. I know you're there. I don't say, like, whatever. You're just a chatter. But they're constantly adding me at chats and saying stupid shit.
Y'all, if you're cranking it to me while I stream, I have a lot of questions.
Here he goes with his sexual weirdness again.
Number one, why are you into gilf porn? Why? I'm a grandparent. I don't crank it to grandparent porn. What are you talking about? Oh my god. Oh, so this is my life. Nice and steady, good for my extra CPTS. Hey, listen, I do what I can. Somebody wants some background noise of an angry anarchist. Yeah, that's what I do. Morning, all. Why are you kink shaming me? Listen, you shouldn't let me know this stuff.
Oh, here it is.
Stalker, enjoy recording the next 6 hours while you definitely don't fucking whack off to me. Kinky karaoke. Kinky karaoke, what's that? When you sing some Liza Minnelli while you watch video of me streaming? Wait, hold on. Yo, I'm reading that tweet. Hold on, that y'all put in there. Hold on, this is the tweet. Hang on. I just saw
Dr.
this on the screen,
Yasmin.
so this part I can see.
I've never talked to them at all, but I just looked at it now.
I can't
Apparently they hate
actually-
me as well. Probably
I
banning
can't,
their chat, and I've never been in
open
there.
the actual tweet in Twitter, but hold on, this is it.
Again, like, none of these people are necessarily bad on their own. Like, this is what happens when you fire up a community like this, right?
So hold on, this is the tweet. Hey, serfs, come get your boy. I remind you, I did nothing to this guy. He, as well as anyone who has contributed to the hate campaign of a black autistic trans streamer, has never articulated why he hates me. I don't hate
True.
you, I pity you.
True.
And it's because you sent a 7-page email to somebody's job and demand that they get fired.
Whose job? What is he talking about? Okay, it's over. I gotta find a clip where he calls her a prostitute. I guess someone's not in that one. That was a long. Anyways, okay. Well, one more video. Sorry, chat. I'm ignoring you. I'm almost done with this. We're gonna get to something else. I have a lot of stuff to talk about today about environment stuff. Actually, we're gonna go over that in a bit. This is the last bit. Okay. So here we go again. So here's the third person, fucking Lexi, who again, Polly's still like again. I was punished for all of these things, right, that I didn't even do. Now we have this random person who was probably, they were in Polly's chat at that time when Polly, so another person who was a chatter, who probably on her own wouldn't do this, right? But again, she's like, oh, Polly made up something about YBE that obviously wasn't true. I'm gonna hope the dumbasses believe them. Let me do the same thing.
They're some of the biggest in our parasocial circle. Outside of
So here you go, you as a-hole. Here's your answer. All right, because Garth's a good guy, and they try to get me to try to ban me in Garth's chat. He has no idea, or they have no idea what's even going on. So it's like it's a long story. It's a long story.
Polly.
But yeah.
YB's in there too. I've spoke about outside of Polly.
Oh. Outside of Polly. Outside of everybody. All of the other parasocial people on our account don't believe the Nazis. They just keep letting YBE come around. They don't believe the Nazis. Besides Polly believes the Nazis. So she's the only one. Yeah, I know.
Outside of Polly, YB's in there too. I've spoke about them, and I mean, if I don't have the shit posted in there, I'll post it in there and show y'all what the fuck they've said.
Oh, they were talking shit about another chatter. Who would they talk about? Civic Folly? Sorry, Civic Folly, Joe. I have no issues with you at all. I don't know why she has an issue with you, but she was also talking shit about you earlier. You probably didn't even know that. Probably no one told you because nobody gives a shit, and they won't ever tell you shit that's going on. But here you are. I do have the whole VOD if you want to see it. But yeah, I don't know what they were saying about you. I have no issue with you. But they were like, Civic Folly is a whatever. It was just, okay, and then they start going on to YBE.
You guys to go to somebody's fucking channel. Yeah. They are. You know why? Because they're trying to get as close as they can to the people they want to fuck with.
It's really funny. She just got banned in a whole bunch of places, and the first thing she did was go to a whole bunch of people's channel and talk about it. Listen, if you get banned anywhere, you can talk about it in YBE's chat. I don't give a shit. Talk about whatever. Why can you not talk about it? It's so weird. You got a legitimate reason, then it's not a big deal. Whatever.
Let me let you in on a fun fact. My internet, when I was getting DDoS for fucking 2.5 months straight, guess who the fuck it was doing it to me?
Okay, listen to what she
it was
says.
YBE.
Okay, again, completely made up bullshit. Okay, so first she's been DDoS for 2 months. Listen, she keeps talking.
From the fucking modem and the router, and you can see every single time in the past 3 months that I had a DDoS attack come through, and every fucking time it was from their fucking place in Atlanta they lived in at the point.
Again, I don't know I know she lives in Florida, I think. I don't know what city. I have no idea, right? She's taking, again, piece of information that she knew about me from probably listening to James Dox Me and using it to say, okay, the cable company.
They're not a good person. They lie about so much shit. They talked about having envy.
And I'm not a good person. And I lie about so much shit. Actually, okay. Later on, I mean, again, she talked about me for 3 days. And again, that was like 6-7 hours of video. At one point in time, she said it was Comcast. I have Comcast as well. I was having that issue with the internet with Comcast. And I was like, oh, fuck, is this DDoS attack? When they first said DDoS, I had to Google it. I was like, I thought it was like Department of, I was like, because I know she has kids. So I was like, does she think I called like CPS on her? Like, is it Department of something? Like, I had no idea what it was, right? Anyways, long story short, I had some issue with my internet, so my internet been dropping, right? So I called them and came over here. It was something else, right? But I asked them about and I have the chat saved too. But you can Google this yourself. So I asked them about, like, is this possible? Do you do it, etc. Right? This is what they say to me. Comcast has not had any kind of DDoS attack on any of their servers across the globe in 7 fucking years. Okay. She says Comcast came into her house, checked it out, saw where it was coming from. My ass would be in jail right now, and my ass would be on CNN. And then they also said you cannot attack one individual person's internet. It would attack the entire server, so like all the neighbors and stuff would go out. She said you have to be in close proximity, so I would have had to been in Florida. They said you have to have massive equipment. They were in the house being like, you don't have that shit. Like, you have to have servers to do something like that on them. So like basically like you have to be Cozy Bear. And they haven't had an attack anywhere on any of their servers in 7 years. If you're gonna make up a lie, don't make it so fucking stupid. And for all you stupid people who believe that stupid shit, like, you don't know anything. Your brains are so like fucked. Your brains are so fucked. Your brains are so fucked. Like all you have to do is Google it. Google DDoS attack on Comcast, and you'll probably find that exact information that dude just told me, because he was just like a guy who changes his thing. Like, he doesn't know anything about But so you can probably just Google that and figure it out. It's a complete lie. She should have made up a lie that was like a little closer to Hannah Thing's lie. That was a little more believable. If someone was sending you something in the mail, like, come on. Like, if you're gonna be a bitch. Like, be smart about it, right? But even with Hannah, I asked her about that, because I kept, I kept pushing her. Where's the stamp from? She's like, from the processing center in DC. I'm like, I don't live in DC. The processing center changed the stamp. I'm like, that's not how stamps work. You get a package, it shows the original location. You just make so that one was a little, but this is a completely dumb lie. Okay, it's a completely lie. What do any of these people do about it? What does Polly do about it? Who constantly still raids into her and whatever? Does she at least say no? No, she says nothing. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about transphobes. She's about James being a transphobic bitch, a racist, a sexual pervert. She doesn't care about her other friends being racist and just freaks. Because that's the kind of community they foster. Okay, they could stop now, they could stop tonight, they could choose not to do it anymore. They will continue to do it probably because they want to continue to push the story that I'm a bad person and Polly is a person who you should listen to on black people issues. Get fucked. You gotta be kidding me. Like, literally, you throw black people under the bus so you continue to talk your boy, and then now later says I defeated the racist. Oh, Wick was such a racist, and it was me, blah, 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 blah. You literally told me at the time, they kicked me out because of you. I defeated the racist. I did, of course, and I'm still defeating them as usual, okay? Because I'm like, obviously. Like, how could you think of anything else? Doesn't make any sense. Okay? Anyways, the chatters are toxic, okay? So they're toxic for Olay, and they're toxic for me, too. And it's probably the same people. The same fucking people that are in the surfs chat, who most of them are pretty good, actually. The surfs, they rated me the other day, so that was like Lance. I don't think like so. Some there's difference. Like, sometimes the streamers are not associated with like their Nazi chatters. Sometimes they are, and again, if you don't know anything about it, if you don't want to know anything about it, then just don't involve yourself. If you choose to involve yourself and then later on say, I don't want anything, you already chose to involve yourself, especially if you talked about me on stream or you put some public shit somewhere in some public server, then yeah, of course, I have every right to call you out. Okay. Yeah. Every right to call you out. And yeah, and Polly's right. I'm extremely. How the fuck do you think I got to where I am in life without being persistent by caring about the fucking white racists? Like, you got to be kidding me, right? Like, I tell people I'm the first black assigned female birth person in this entire fucking city who is in the PhD program, not to brag, but to show that, like, this is a black city, supposedly. They don't have these things. It's extremely difficult for black people to get anywhere in life, right? And I've gotten lucky a few times. My grandfather, my parents were my grandparents were sharecroppers. My parents, my grandparents went to a segregated school. My grandfather happened to make a patent for a P&G once. I happened to get something in the mail when I was 11 years old that asked if I wanted to go to Australia, and I sold tacos in a bag on the street every single solitary week for a year to save up money to go because my parents couldn't send me. When I was like 11 years old, I turned 12 and went when I was 12 years old. So that's just my personality to never, like, if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. So that's why, I push myself to do a lot of things. And as simple as that. Like, a lot of my siblings are okay, but they're, people are different, right? So yeah, no, I'm not gonna stop calling you a Nazi when you are being a Nazi. I'm not gonna stop calling you a anti-white racist when you not only have done multiple hours of content about me, saying all of these lies when I haven't even streamed before. So I have a lot of catching up to do. One, right? Two, if you have people like this person from your community still going out saying that you're the influence of them doing things and you don't do anything about it, but you wanted to punish me for the same thing, then I'm going to call you out on being inconsistent, because that's what you are, is inconsistent. And then also claim you're afraid of James when you're not afraid of Kefos. You're finally full on going into, Kefos and whatever, but you're not. It's just because you're friends. It's because your friend, he has nothing else, is nothing that, which is fine. Okay. But then again, why are you punishing me for your Nazi friends? How about you make your content about white trash or something? There's a lot of that out there. You can do that, okay? If you have nothing else to talk about besides how much you care about black people, but you don't give a fucking shit. Okay, the one black person you have is a conspiracy theorist who claims that there's dark forces everywhere and that both me and Black Yamato work for Zonia. Again, no one works for Zonia. Zonia just responds like a regular person. You could do that too. If you want to be better than Zonia, if you think Zonia is a terrible person, you want to be better, then be better. Not that hard. It really is super easy. It's not that good, right? It's really pretty easy. Okay, so I don't want to hear anymore. I don't want to hear any more people coming to me, asking me these weird questions, saying, "What did you do wrong?" I'll just show them the VOD. Okay, you can watch several hours of content. Okay, and you can donate or something. Okay, how did you do something like, I don't know, give me reparations or something before you come talk to me telling me how I need to be nice to you? For what purpose? What are you going to do in my life? Like, I need to show people that you don't have to give in. Actually, it's better that you don't give in. Okay, and maybe, online, again, if you're sitting in the cave, okay, if you're sitting in the cave and you're seeing these shadows on the wall and they seem really big and scary, and you're concerned that everyone's going to hate you, like what James said. Everyone hates you in your life. Oh, you're going to sleep alone, blah, blah, blah. Take my hand. Okay, for all the people who are not brave enough, who say they don't brave enough, I am brave and I'm a radical. And I will stand up for you. And if you want to come out of the cave, I'll lead you, but you can't be afraid of the sunlight. Right? Can't be afraid of the sunlight. you can do so much more for yourself. You can, you know, a lot of places you can learn, a lot of places you can gain some skills here or there, right? There's people who can encourage you to work out. There's a lot of workout streamers. That's what you want. You know, there's streamers who do, which I wanted, like the you know, the task thing, whatever. Like, I like that a lot. It keeps me on track. Right? And you can, you know, come to Atlanta. We can go to a Cop City rally, okay? Or whatever. Like, I'm pretty involved in that. I've been getting, like, more involved. Like, there's, you know, there's good things you can do. Okay? All right? And in 15 years, when I'm the treasurer of Georgia, I'll do something for you then, okay? Like, I'm just like, dude, like, I like, listen, like, you know, I try, you know, like, James is never going to help you in your life. Okay. One, he's a felon from selling a whole bunch of cocaine to a whole bunch of poor black people and bragging about it constantly and claiming that he had 3 jet skis and a mansion before he went to jail, blah, blah, blah. So, like, that's why I don't feel bad about that, because I know people go to jail for things that they didn't actually do. He literally brags about selling coke to a whole bunch of poor people, making and getting rich off of it, and then going to jail off of it. He can't do anything for you in real life. He can't do anything for you. He can't even probably talk to real journalists and shit. Won't talk to him because he's a fucking freak. Like, a streamer who gets 5 viewers can do more for you in real, like, you know, if that's your whatever. Again, if you want to watch whatever, you know, I watch you know, Ben Shapiro sometimes. You know, like, whatever, right? Like, that's not the point. The point is never to quote unquote cancel. I'm the one being canceled. Are you kidding me? None of these people are being canceled. But that's not the point even. The point is for you to simply learn. And when you do something like that, guess what? If you apologize on day 1, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to continue to make up stories about people for 6 months. You don't have to continue to worry about them being too persistent. You don't have to continue to do anything like that. All you have to do is say sorry and move on. You barely have to change your behavior. Okay, because this world is so fucking racist, and being normal is so racist, or being racist is so normal, that all you have to do is say sorry, and that's more than 95% of the fucking world would do, or Americans will do, right? You know, whatever the number is, 80, whatever, right? Like, that's more than what most people would do. It's more than what Polly will do, the biggest pro-black streamer, white streamer that you all supposedly have, you all listen to, and think they're the most, like, she won't even do it, right? No one will do it. No one will do it. Just like Carter Woodson, right? Who went to the NAACP, right? And he said he wanted to boycott he wanted to boycott white businesses in Washington, D.C. This guy named Carter Woodson, right? Who was like a black PhD in 1920s, 1930s. And he told the NAACP, hey, let's boycott these white businesses. These racist, not even the white ones, just racist ones who are being racist towards us. He said his exact words were, black boycott racially discriminatory businesses in Washington, D.C. 1915. That's what he proposed in the NAACP. The NAACP wrote back and said, we don't think that's a good idea. And his response was, I am not being afraid of being sued by white businessmen. In fact, I should welcome such a lawsuit. It would do the cause much good. Let us banish fear. Okay? We have been in this mental state for 3 centuries. That was over 100 years ago. This was in 1915. Okay? So now we've been in this mental state for 4 centuries. You're still in the mental state of being a fucking slave and giving in to, you know, just be quiet, you just work along, you know, get along and go along, whatever. You're still in that fucking mental capacity. You need to change, right? Anyways, he goes on and says, I am a radical, and I am ready to act if I can find a few brave people to help me. Okay? The NAACP said no still. They still said no, and he left the NAACP because of that. Okay? The NAACP said no to a pretty, you know, I guess he called it a radical, but pretty Right? So even if the NAACP sometimes will say no to things, of course these white people who have zero experience are going to do things that don't make any sense. Right? Just forgive them. For they do not know what they do. Okay? Besides James, he's unforgivable. Okay? But that's what's you know, if you can't expect something like that from the you know, right? Like you can't expect much from anyone. Right? Oh man, I don't even have the Sansa one. I'm not even gonna get into that, dude. We know Sansa was a freak. He also was like commenting on those photos, you know, whatever. Like that's just like that again. That to me is like expected from the right wing, right? And yes, of course, he's a right winger. Duh. Also, the last thing here is, here's one of my mean messages, supposedly, because supposedly, right, I send mean messages. I mean, I never said it was nice, but here's one of my mean. Here's the mean message. I heard you're an abuser and love Nazis. This me to Hannah thing. It's like one of the only things I ever said to her. It's really weird. Don't talk to me. I don't want anything to do with your abusive, racist, anti-black behavior. The DMs I got from you this weekend are wild. You're crazy. Stay away. I don't think that's that big of a deal. Okay. That's all my DMs ever say. Like, show me all my DMs, whatever. I don't care. I'll stand up for every single solitary DM I've ever sent. They're always just like that. Like, you're weird. You're kind of racist. Leave me alone. Like, oh my God, you call me racist. Oh my God, you're being mean to me. She's harassing me. You haven't seen harassment yet. That's why I say, like, getting DMs with, let's say, the N-word from over to random freaks doesn't bother me, in the sense that I deal with it so much. It's just another fucking day. Like, I have actual racists to worry about who are on their stream talking about me to hundreds of people for weeks in a row. And for every single solitary one of you, besides like 2 or 3 people, just go along with it. Because after all, you're just a chatter. If you're just a chatter, then shut up. Like, stop, you know, saying you're just a chatter, but then you're in there being a fucking dick. Like, I'm going to call you a dick. Get over it. Get over it. You know, whatever. You're being a dick. Get over it. Like, oh, don't bother me with the chatter. It's like, you guys are just such a crybabies for no reason.
Okay, baby.
Look, this person is also a crybaby. Watch this. This person is like literally one of the biggest crybabies on the entire planet. Thank you for all the follows, but I'm about to look at the chat again. I'll read over your chats like later on tonight. I just can't, like, you know, it's extremely like bothersome to me, and I was like trying not to cry this entire time. I did pretty good.
What's it like having 6ix9ine as your baby father?
What baby daddy? As soon as I told him my water broke, then he ran.
So has he came to visit the baby?
He has not come to see me.
Are you
Nigga
serious?
ran.
Are you gonna put 6ix9ine on child support?
I ain't got no choice. I'm that need to be put up, period. Like, nah, I'm not struggling and I'm not working hard. I don't work hard, I work smart. Like, put me up or get put up, period.
How much you want a month? Like, how much you want?
50,000. Do I have to go work for Scarlett's or Booby Trap? Come back, baby. Come back. Come back, baby. I don't want to put you on child support.
Did he like raw you every time?
Yeah. Oh shit! I don't think we ever used protection.
Or he never pulled out?
Yeah, nah, never.
He was just busting in you.
Yeah, like
Are you dumb?
He ain't even try.
Was he hiding you?
He kind of told me, like, you know, I don't want nobody to know. And I'm like, so for 18 years, you don't want anybody to know? I thought it would be more so like, you know, he would give me some hush money or something.
Stupid.
Like,
So-
I would have kept my mouth shut. It's slightly transactional, I'm not gonna lie. Like, as soon as they buy me something or as soon as they give me some money, then it's like, oh my God, I like him so much. Like, he was being consistent. Some days, sleeping all day in my bed. And then as soon as my water broke, he was out.
Damn. Did 6ix9ine make you take a DNA test?
Have you seen my baby?
Oh.
And as you guys have just seen, man, I tell guys all the time, watch out for a lot of these chicks,